friends. Now that was really quite good, but I think we can do better. Yes, Barry, that means you too. Good evening, friends. Good evening and welcome to Littleport Christian Spiritualists. It's a pleasure to have you all here, both familiar faces and faces that I haven't seen in a while but have spoken to a lot, and here for the flesh for the first time. Brilliant. Welcome one and all. And of course, it would be remiss that I did not say good evening to our friends who are watching live on Facebook and YouTube, and also watching later on because we know the soaps are still on. So we forgive you for that one, and thank you for joining us anyway. Welcome, welcome, welcome one and all. But of course, while we're talking about welcomes, it has been a very long time. Things have gotten in the way, things have slowed us down, things have prevented us. But finally, she is back. Please give a big, proper, genuine Littleport welcome to our medium for this evening. I had to do something wrong, didn't I? Our medium for this evening, Gina Zivtins. Welcome, and it's really good to have you back, because we started bringing you in and then the world went nuts. So it's nice to finally have you looking purple as well. You know, it's wonderful. It is wonderful. So exciting times, and I know it's going to be a wonderful evening. So thank you all for joining us, and let's begin by opening this evening in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to join here together as friends, to work under your love, your light, and spread the word of your friendship here in this place, your sanctuary of light, of respite and hope. As we place this service in your care and keeping, we ask that the veil be lifted, and that those that we thought we had lost and loved, that are still with us, come forward through that veil and show that life truly is eternal. And so as we begin this service in your name, Great Spirit, we make the statement as ever that everything we do will be in the name of love, truth, and light. Amen. Well, friends, one thing that is always guaranteed is that around about this point in the evening, I'm going to say those magic words, what a week. And we all know what that means. But I'm getting into good habits. And the first habit is our notices. Because quite often I forget that this might still be turned on in my pocket. And it is often then a burning reminder to say, if you do have mobile telephones, please make sure that they are on silent or vibrate, just in case they do that. And of course, we're tied to each other, aren't we? This world in which we live. A piece of plastic, no bigger than a hand, that's more powerful than the first computer I ever owned years ago. It's more powerful, and it connects us all. And that connection can be wonderful, but it's so instant and so demanding that we do not have time to do as my old English teacher said when she taught me that first poem that I had to learn by rote. Do not have the time to stand and stare. I remember that poem so well. No time to stand and watch like sheep or cows. No time to see when woods we pass and squirrels hide their nuts in grass. I remember it all. It meant so much then, but it means even so much more now. Because we're all so busy, we're all so connected, and yet in so many ways, we're also disconnected. Because we rely on that piece of plastic to be able to reach out, we don't always physically reach out anymore. No quick phone call, No handwriting. When was the last time any of us sat down to write a letter to someone? And this is the thing. We have gained so much, and it's wonderful. But it's those little things that we lose. And when we lose those little things, we can sometimes lose perspective. Because, my friends, it's all about the moments in which we live, and the moments that we must take advantage of. And I'm not saying take advantage as in naughty, naughty. I'm saying take advantage of, make the most of. Because we're always in so much of a hurry these days. We forget those simple pleasures, those simple moments where we can be ourselves, we can be together, we can know peace and joy and upliftment on a scale that we have never known before. Because it matters. Because life is so fragile. Blink and you miss a moment. Blink, you could miss an entire path in life that could mean so much. So we have to be mindful of the moments and live them and love them for everything that they are. And not forgetting, as an old friend of mine once said, to not sweat the small stuff. Because we get so worked up over the most insignificant little things. Back in my day, it used to be called paranoia. And I've been spoken to about that on more than one occasion. But we sweat the small stuff so much. We focus on the little things that don't matter when we miss the little things that do, that are the really little things that are so massive and matter so much. So friends, this message this week is all about living each moment because they matter. That casual comment in the street, that casual word, that casual conversation, that smile, that wave, that hug, all of them matter more than policies and laws and gravitas, because they are what changes the world. They are what change your world. You know, I have always been very much a person who does sweat the small stuff, get worked up about the things that are insignificant and don't matter. And I'm going to tell you a tiny little story that sums it up completely. I was walking down the street one day, and I was thinking about something that had happened. I was really wound up. I was really frustrated. And I'm probably going to get in trouble for telling this story because my mother doesn't know this story, and she's going to be really grumpy that she didn't know. I was ranting and raving and wound up, and I was pacing, and I was trying to distract myself, so I put my earphones in and blanking the world out. And I was walking and stamping over something that really, on the grand scheme of things, really didn't matter. And the next thing I know, I feel this hand on my shoulder. It stopped me dead in my tracks. And as I stopped, I pulled backwards and looked up as this lorry passed right by my face. If that hand hadn't have stopped me, I'd have been in front of that lorry. I was so busy sweating the small stuff that something really bad and really big, something that really did matter, I was going to miss it. It wasn't going to miss me, but I was going to miss it. So I turned around to say thank you to the person who stopped me. There was nobody there. There was, but there was nobody physical. Twice in my life as a spiritualist, I felt a hand on my shoulder that has not had a physical hand to implant that impression on my shoulder. Sometimes Spirit know when we are distracted. Sometimes Spirit know when we need reining in. And sometimes Spirit know when we are sweating the small stuff and missing the big picture and missing those tiny little moments that matter. and they will intervene to make sure we get more moments. And it might not feel like those moments are going to be important, and sometimes it feels like those moments are going to be even worse, but they're not, because we have each other, because we have spirit, and because we've got a job to do and are going nowhere until we've done it. But my point is, friends, we can so easily miss something important by sweating the small stuff. Let's live those small moments that are really big and matter, and forget everything else, because what matters is we are here and we have a job to do, and that's to change the world one soul at a time, with a wave, with a smile, with a hug, with a kind word, and sometimes a message from Spirit. Thank you, friends, and God bless you all. You see that slow clap and that stare over there? That means I'm in trouble later. Friends, now is the time in our service when we test the spirits and we call out magic words to summon a living spirit into this hall with us to see if the reading that we're going to have is going to match what Spirit has told me to talk about today. And so we say those magic words. Reverend Alan, are you there?
I certainly am. Good evening, Littleport. Good evening to everyone watching and that will watch. I've been really rushing today, and I picked out a reading, went to print it off. Lo and behold, no ink in my printer. So I had to go to my backup system because I file every single reading that I do. And I came across one that I haven't read for a good while, and yet I was drawn to. It is called Let Your Light Shine by Eileen Bailey. Does the light of your soul still shine? It is still a beacon that others can find? Or does a guilty conscience cover it like a film, dulling its rays and causing it to look dim? Do you tell yourself everything is just fine, ignoring the needs of others as if blind? What about those who have gone astray, and those who are lonely and afraid? Search your hearts and see what you find. Ask yourself if you have been unkind. Good deeds alone will not get you in heaven. Extend a helping hand to your fallen brethren. It will clear your conscience and erase your sins, and the light of your soul will be bright again. Others will look upon you as a beacon of hope, as down life's road they struggle and cope. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Reverend Alan, thank you. And it's not very often that your day and part of actually choosing your reading actually ties in with the address as well as the theme itself. So thank you so much for that. Have you been well?
Yeah. I've been out detecting again today and found a couple of more little Roman artifacts, which no doubt next visit I will bring down.
We certainly all look forward to that. And of course, as part of notices and general chit-chat between us, the good news is the 14th of April Sunday, not the 17th of April Sunday, has been booked in the... See, I keep mixing the two dates up. I do apologise. But the 17th of April has been booked.
Lovely.
So it's all confirmed and sorted and ready and running. So there will be another drum, healing and circle event on Sunday, the 17th of April. Contact Alan for details. Speak to Mum and anyone else who've been. I know it went very well last time. I should hopefully think I'll be showing my face this time, all being well, please God. So thank you for doing that, Alan, and we look forward to it.
Yeah, okay, mate. Have a good evening, everybody.
You too, mate. God bless. Reverend Alan, everybody. Well, friends, we're actually making good time considering I was running a minute late. Excellent stuff. So now, my friends, is the time in our evening where we hand over to Spirit and ask for healing. This is the part where we all become mediums and we can ask for support, for strength, for upliftment, for those that are sick and suffering and in need. And as I remind everybody every week, include yourself. I'm aware that I've got some names to mention. There's a name that you've asked me to, would you remind me? So we'd like for healing for Linda. And I know, Mum, you've got a couple of names as well, haven't you? Katie, we've got Katie. We should also send healing, of course, to Tony and Eunice. Make sure they keep safe. And Caroline and her husband, definitely. Also to Phil and Barbara. And I'd also been asked to send healing to Nigel and his family. And anyone else? Wendy. Yes, thank you, Mother. Wendy, see, you got to mention. Wendy, we also send you healing too. So think of all those that you know who are in need of suffering when we send out our thoughts, because we will begin with the healing prayer and then end with the word Amen. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, here we bring unto you all those who are sick and suffering and in need of comfort, be they sick in mind, body, or spirit, that it may please thee to heal them. This we ask for those we know, for those we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Amen. Amen. Well, friends, now we come to it, the main moment. Shortly, I'm going to hand over this service to Gina. She will have around about an hour to do whatever she wants, which is something that we don't always get in our lives. But when I do hand over, do make sure to give her a nice, big, long Littleport applause. Not only because she deserves it, but also gives me a time to hand over the microphone. But of course, if Gina should come to you, please do answer in a clear voice. Yes, no, or don't know. Make it known to Spirit that you are listening. And of course, send her love and support throughout the entire service. As I say these words that I've been waiting about 3 years to say. Friends, I give you Gina! Have a wonderful evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, it's lovely to see you. It really, really is. And thank you for the warm welcome. I know that you're used to being in Littleport. You're used to being here. Of course, it's been a little while for me. So thank you so much for this wonderful warm welcome back. I appreciate it. If I don't know where I'm going, please listen, okay? I normally bring through spirit and describe a bit of what who I have, and then I'm drawn to where I need to go. But if I am with somebody and you understand, somebody else understands what I'm saying, or even a little bit to that person, do hand up and say, Gina, I can take some of that, or all of that as well. Yes? Is that all right? I'm going to take this off because I've got very focals and I still get a bit dizzy when I'm having to turn my head. So, there, you're all blurry now. So, friends, let me just connect to our first communicator this evening. And I have a lady that joins us. And I feel that this lady would have been, okay, she's an older lady, and I know that she would have had a good life on this earth. But she's coming across as if she was quite opinionated, nosy, and liked her own way, very, very much so. I do feel a gran, so I am aware of her being of that generation. She's quite big in the body here as I'm seeing her, but she does have very nice, neat hair. So I do know she liked to take care of her hair. Okay, where are you taking me, my sweetheart? Okay, she keeps taking me back here to the back there, to that young man. And I feel that you would have frequently went to this lady's when you were younger. Would that make sense for you? Because I know that she took care of you, and it's almost as if she, would you understand, like take pity on you? It's because you were sort of, you were taken here and there. Whoever could look after you at the time. Do you remember that? So you spent some time at other people's houses. You can understand that. And I can feel from your gran here that she loved having you at the house. But I don't feel it was that frequent, not as frequent as she would have liked. Does that make sense for you? So when you did get to see her, the cake come out of the tin and things like that, yes? You remember that. And it would be homemade as well. Quite heavy cake, I'm aware of, you know, fruit, heavy cake. But she was a lady who loved to entertain. And I do feel, though, that she would have been quite opinionated, and she wouldn't have been very happy with how your parents brought you up. All right? Because she thinks they were too hard on you. She thinks they were too disciplined. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, because she feels very soft towards you. Not necessarily towards others, because she had a hard exterior. She was a tough lady. And I know that she had a hard job. She used to use her hands. She worked with her hands, yes? And I know she used to do cleaning work, and she was, you know, scrubbing hard and cleaning hard, you see, to make ends meet. So this dear lady didn't have a lot, but what she had, she worked hard for, yes? I'm not aware of a big home either. It's a small home that she had. And she takes me inside, and I know there's a little old coal fire. And on this coal fire is the, you know, the little brush and dustpan. Do you remember that? And I feel that she would try and teach you things and pass on her knowledge. Yes. She wants to pinch your cheek, okay? And get her hanky out and just lick it and clean you, yes? And I feel this was before she sent you back home. It was her way of just loving you and nurturing you. And she's so sorry that she didn't get to spend as much time with you. I feel that is a regret of hers. Do you understand that? Yes? So please accept your grand's love here. And she also is talking about, because I'm asking for the message, and she's saying you very often felt very much on your own. And she understands that because she was lonely. You understand that? So she comes forward saying, I'm with you. You're not on your own. I'm looking out for you, son. Okay? And she says, but it's about quality, not quantity. Remember that. Yes? You don't need to have loads of friends and know loads of people. It's quality rather than quantity. Yes? And she's leaving you with some fudge. All right? And she tells me you have a very sweet tooth. She did too. She did too. So please do take this lady's love. And she's looking out for you and saying, it's going to be better than you think. Whether you're looking for a job, okay, or you've just applied for a job and you're really, she says something else, but you're a bit afraid and worried. She said it won't be as bad as you think. It's going to be okay. Yes? All right. Thank you so much. Bless you. Thank you. I feel I'm being drawn over this side of the room now, and I'm aware of a gentleman who shows me he's either cleaning out horses' stables or he's doing something like this on the land. And I'm aware of a granddad, please. It's a granddad that I want in particular. Would anybody over there understand this gentleman? You can say no, you can say no. All right. He's not very tall, he's quite a small man and in stature. And I do want him mucking out. I have to say, he's mucking out. Would you understand this gentleman, Nick? Oh, and he smells.
It was pigs.
Okay.
That's why
it's the smell. I just got the smell, and I think it's so. Oh,
yeah.
It makes me feel like I want to retch. Okay, that's yeah. All right, so we're mucking out anyway, but it's pigs, as you said.
Looks the same though.
I just saw his fork, and I knew he's mucking out something there, and he's got these wellies on. You see.
Perfect.
He's. I feel like this was his life, really. This was just him. Okay. A very down-to-earth man, as you can imagine. And I'm just night and day. And would you understand also, it's like I'm being taken out at night time or early hours in the morning. Because there must have been piglets as well.
Yes.
Because I'm aware of bringing piglets into the world from the pigs. Such an amazing man, because I feel this was his life. Does that make sense for you? And this gentleman is family to you. Yes, because I did feel granddad. It's his granddad for you. He's a very would you understand? He's got a twang as he speaks.
Yeah.
It's a twang. I'm just
From Norfolk boy.
a twang. I'm just aware of there with his dialect. And I'd find if he he's just said, well, he's had a few of those. Then a lot of people didn't understand what he was saying.
I have heard.
Does that make sense?
I've heard a few stories. Yeah.
Okay, because yeah, when he gets carried away with the drink, then the dialect can get a bit lost.
Along with
Ah, yes. All right. Can you please take Archie? Archie is the name from Spirit as well, please.
yes.
And there must be, okay, I'm just being told about something Grove. It's the name of a place.
Yes.
Something Grove.
Yes.
And you had to go down this horrible track, and it was a cold, stony house.
I know where you are going.
Do you know?
Yes, I do.
All right, because he's just taking me down that memory lane there. And somebody had either a well, now I don't know if it's a well, or like a, what do you call it? I want to call it a cesspit, but it's not quite a cesspit.
I know someone who's got a cesspit, but I also know someone connected to him that did have a well.
Okay.
Oh, and they had a cesspit thing in the garden as well.
All right, because that's what I'm being shown. All right, so the well as well.
Well as well.
The well as well, and this cesspit. But I believe there's a politer name for that, isn't there? Willie.
That's his name.
That is him, okay? Because it's as if he wants to do a little jig now. Okay, we want to do a little jig. And he liked to tap his feet.
Yes, he did.
You know, he liked to tap his feet, and he's really enjoyed, when he let his hair down, he really enjoyed himself. Again, I think alcohol may have been involved here,
In his younger days, definitely.
but he knows how to enjoy himself. Bless his heart. A lovely man, absolutely salt of the earth, wonderful energy. Okay, he says it was very crippling for him at the end, very, very crippling, and it was all of a sudden he was very much the lesser person that he was, and he's not actually telling me what was wrong with him, but he's just a crumpled mess.
That's exactly the right description.
Does that make sense? Just a crumpled mess. And he actually, if he couldn't have a quality of life, he didn't want to be here. You know, take me out then. I've had enough. I've had a good life, had a good innings. All right, Betty. Who's Betty, please? But it's as if I want to send my love to Betty.
Yes, we understand that. Thank you.
You
Yes.
do? Okay, thank you. And I'm drawn to those beautiful purple roses there. And I feel I want to give you those, Linda, those purple roses, if I can, please. And there's a lot of love attached to these roses and healing. Oh, I have a husband. I have your husband, I believe. Because what I'm aware of here is I have to say thank you for the healing. Thank you for the healing. A very humble person. Very, very humble. Anything anybody would do for him, he was so grateful. So humble for whatever was done for him, because it feels like he was the person who should be doing for you. He wanted to always do for you, and I include you in this, Nick. All right. So he was very humbled by the healing, the good wishes. Here it feels like he wants to extend to everybody. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who sent me healing and lovely good wishes, you know. I am very humbled. Okay. He takes me taller than myself, so I'm aware of being taller than me with him.
Yeah, just.
Okay, bigger here. All right. Would there have been a time where he either had a shave for charity or something like this?
He dyed it pink.
His facial.
There is a picture that's recently come to light where he was completely clean shaven. But he would always do different stuff with his beard as well.
All right. And I do feel, though, he's a very charitable man.
Absolutely.
So he'd do anything for a good cause.
Absolutely.
If it meant helping others less fortunate. There must have been a major anniversary, like wedding anniversary, a big one that you had just celebrated. Yeah? Because he's showing me this huge bouquet of flowers, you see. And they cover the whole of you. They're that big. And I can feel here how much love that he still has for you, you know. And he wouldn't have changed a thing. And would you understand keeping something secret for him? It was to do with his health a long time ago. Yes. There was something going on with his health, and he didn't want you to tell anybody, and you kept it quiet. Yes? He's saying thank you. Thank you, see? And then he's joking, you can be trusted. But seriously, he loves you so much, and thank you for choosing him in this lifetime. And he's not going anywhere. He's still there waiting for you, as you know. And would he have been interested in trains, please? Yeah. All right, because he's just showing me that he's train spotting, and he's going everywhere now. He's really enjoying himself, so don't worry about him, he's fine. Okay. And I want to give his love to you, Nick, and thank you so much for being there. And would you remember, even you said it or you thought it, I would even give up my life so that you could live and be with Mum. Yeah. He says, thank you, son, for that. But you know I wouldn't agree to that. Okay? But thank you. All right. I'll leave this love with you and your granddad. Thank you. Bless you. Okay. Anybody there understand Audrey, please, in the spirit world? Audrey. See, spiritual sat nav off on the wall. Okay, Audrey in the spirit world, please. And I have quite an elegant lady here. Yes, she comes across quite elegant as the way she dresses, and I want her hair up. She's wearing her hair up. All right. I do want to come and connect with you at this moment in time. All right. At the moment, she's just showing me trying to keep her composure. She's trying to keep her composure. And it's as if she's trying to work out what to say. Because I feel that on the earth plane, she could be quite outspoken and say the wrong thing. So she doesn't want to upset anybody. Oh, okay. I do feel, would you understand where you and her would have had either disagreements or you would have had like these conversations of different subjects and had different opinions. Ah, right. Okay. You disagreed. Right, so that's why she's talking about you and her having conversations and having disagreements or having differences of opinion. That's what she means. All right. So I do feel she wants to come forward though with, like, if she was like a border collie, she'd have her tail between her legs, you see, because she can see from spirit side how you were right. Does that make sense? So in her own way, she's apologising, but I don't feel she would have apologised here on the earth. So please take this acknowledgement as an apology, please. All right, thank you. Would you have books, please, and interesting books? But they have to be knowledgeable books, not, you know, fictional books. Non-fiction I want. And there's even an interest in writing articles as well. Do you understand that? That's in you. That is within you, I'm being told. Because what you read, you can see, well, I can write that, I can write similar, and it brings up ideas for you. Now, it's almost as if I want to push you in that direction, because you're consuming quite a lot, but we want you to start sharing. Yes? Good, you understand that, because you're capable. You've got it within you. And I feel that's, I know you don't want to say, have it from her, but this is her way of saying, you're right, I see also what's within you, and I wish you all the very best. Okay? So on her part, there's no animosity. She wants you to know that. All right? Good, good. That's all she wanted to say to you. Thank you. Okay. I feel I have Dad here as well, but Dad's quite unsure. So he's quite hesitant to come through. I'm trying to understand why. I'm aware of Mum and Dad, and I feel that there was, again, on the earth where there was some difference of opinion, you see, and it didn't really get resolved. No, didn't get resolved, but I can feel here from Dad that spirit side, as we don't get away with anything, we're attempting to resolve. All right, from spirit side. Oh, it feels to me as if you've had to go very much on your own pathway and have very little support, you know, particularly from family. You've just had to go your own way, and I can feel this is Dad taking on part of that responsibility. All right, he wants you to know that. So, again, as with Audrey, your dad as well is taking on responsibility, seeing things differently, spirit side, and is like making amends and healing. All right, healing things for you from spirit side. Does that make sense for you? It should do, because of the way things were, and I just feel I weren't there. I weren't able to be like a proper dad. he's finding it quite difficult, you know. He is finding it very difficult eating humble pie here. But nonetheless, he's very sincere. All right, so please do know he's helping, because you may think, well, yeah, I've just got on with my life, everything's okay. But in actual fact, there are wounds, deep wounds. Okay, so he knows that. All right, so I say thank you very much. Bless you, thank you. Very strange thing to see. Well, not really. Not really. But it's not evidence as I see at the moment. But I am aware of a monk that's with you, sir. The gentleman in the red jumper. Yes. There's a monk standing behind you, and I feel he's a guide. All right. Are you aware of him? Okay. All right. I feel that he's been with you for some time, but there is around you very, I want to say, much solace and peace, and he's bringing this around you as well, but also to share with other people. All right. Now, I don't know if you do hands-on healing, but there is healing there with you, and I feel this is what he is connected to. All right? That which brings the peace and the comfort in. And now he's telling me about end-of-life care as well, where you have either been called on this and to assist, whether absently or not, but he helps with this too. Does that make sense for you? Yes. Can I hear your voice, please? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I feel this wonderful guide is very strong. He's very gentle. And he doesn't actually speak. I'm not aware of him actually speaking. He's just impressing this energy on me to convey to you, because that's what he is. He's very energetic. Yes, with the peace and the calm. Okay. Now, would you, sir, have a lady in the spirit world who passed with cancer, please? Because I'm aware of this gentle, loving lady that wants to connect with you now. I am aware of her also being very interested in what you're doing. So whether this is the healing that you take part in, she is with you while you do this. You must be aware of her. She does feel like a mum's energy to me. She may not be mum, but she feels very loving like a mum. All right? That's fine. That's fine. Can you take mum in the spirit, please? No. So a grandmother? Yes. Because they come on the same vibration. Yes. She brings you, I know we've already spoken of these beautiful coloured roses, but I want to bring you violets. And I feel this was a favourite flower of hers. Yes. And she wants to bring that colour of the violets to you as well for your own healing. She's drawing my attention around your head. So there's either headaches here, there's discomfort, and the eyes as well. The eyes are being affected. If you're not getting your eyes checked, then please do. Good. You need to keep on top of you. All right. Good. Would you understand this? Because she's just shown me you getting your, like, I don't know if they're boots, going outside to do the garden and then going back in again. No, I'm not doing it. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm going to do the garden. No, I'm not. Changed me mind. And she finds that really funny. That tickles her. But you would benefit from it, though. You would benefit from it. But you keep putting excuses in your mind as why you shouldn't do things as well. Okay? And then you think about other people, and you're constantly thinking about other people and what to do for them, aren't you? And you're not really taking the time about you. So she would like you to do a bit more of that, please. I didn't quite get that. I think that was just a name then, C-O. It was either Colin, Colette. Do you understand? That was so fast, sorry. Spirit side for you? Yes. Okay. And I feel that Colin went very quickly from the earth to the spirit world. I feel that you found out by word of mouth. Is that right? And it was like, no. Because he was taken young, yeah, and it was such a shock. And things were going really well for him as well. Things were just taking off for him. And would you understand him having had a young family, please, at the time? So everything was just wonderful. And then that happened. Very traumatic. Okay. Do you understand the locomotive? It sounds like a pub or something with that in it. He's taking me to this. Okay. All right. He was a train driver. Do you understand? Okay. Locomotive. Because Colin's taking me to a pub as well. So, but I can see like this green train. And it's called the Locomotive.
There may have been one called that.
Now that must have been when he was around, your dad was around, okay, you were all there. Because I feel like your dad was there as well. Yes. And yeah, weren't far from a pub. Cheers. Only a little while ago. Now I have I'm being told a strange thing here. I've got like this rag doll. Okay, like a rag doll. Do you remember your dad coming home one day and saying he found this?
Not a doll, but he did bring something.
He found
something.
Okay. Because I feel like it was either he was at work or he'd been to work and he came across this, he found. So it was something, it feels childlike, you see, that I want to play with. That's why I'm assuming it's like a rag doll or something like this. But if it was alive and furry, then fine.
It wasn't alive.
Oh, it was dead. Okay.
So you could see by what you were doing that it wasn't with us anymore.
No, that's fine. One of them's got a really good sense of humour here, and they obviously like seeing me squirm, don't they? I always get them. Okay. But your dad, I feel I have your dad here, and he wants to have a good laugh and a joke with you, you know, because I feel that you got on really well with your dad. You didn't? Okay. Then I maybe with Colin. Okay, Colin. Do you understand Neil, please? Because I had Neil as well. It doesn't matter if you can't. I want that time, that era as well. Okay. So you, so Colin, because his energy is very quick, very fast, very energetic. Neil, yeah, that's okay, because it just came in quickly there. But it's almost as if they want to uplift you and bring back those memories, you see, those good old days, as it were. All right. So please also remember the monk there that's with you and feels as if they are looking forward to working with you further. All right. So, yes, definitely. So well done. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well done. I feel I have a lady now who's drawing me to the coast, and I feel like this is a memory of when one of you were younger and you would go to the coast. I don't know whether we're with Auntie here, but I know this lady wants to take you to the coast as a memory, please. Would that make sense with you, or both of you? Yes, I feel on the maternal side of the family here, of this lady. Yes, okay. So would she have been Auntie for you? Because she refers to herself as an aunt, as Auntie. Okay. And do you know what? This is she's dressed in a fur coat. Do you remember? Yeah? Okay. You're not feeling the love here, are you? Hey, I can tell you're not feeling the love. But she's would you understand this lady? Because she does have this air about her, you know, that it's her way or no way. She feels very strict. And we're only going to do this because I want to do it. Do you understand? Yes? All right. So I'm sorry there doesn't appear to be the love there that you're aware of, but she is coming forward here with that love because, you know, she was that type of person on the earth. Simply, that was just her. But she has softened. Please know that. Okay. Oh, she tells me that you've always had like an old head on young shoulders. You've always kind of been the sensible one and known what to do. Do you understand that? Yes. So she's seen you as you've grown up and matured, but she says you've always been mature. And a lot of people can learn a lot from you. I don't know if there's Daphne that you can take, please, or DA name sounds like that. It's a D name, please, that she's bringing forward at this moment. And who used to play darts? Because now I'm seeing a dart and I'm playing darts. So I know I would have enjoyed going to the pub, playing darts. I do feel I have a gentleman here now showing me this. And he would have just liked to have escaped, gone down the pub for a swift half, had a game of darts, and then gone home again. All right. It could be to do with her, please, like either her family. Okay. Yes. All right. understand Stevenage, please? Why I have to bring up Stevenage? Because there's connections to Stevenage that I'm being told of. Yes? All right, that's fine. And who's Billy, please? But I feel it's a girl, Billy. Billy, I.E. Bill, I.E. Billy. Not that side of the family again. Because, okay, this is a female, and I feel here as well, you know, like Billy Piper, that's what I'm being told is Billy Piper. So someone who would have sang, someone who wanted to be in the theatre, a young person like that. All right.
Oh.
Do you understand? Do you understand that part? Okay. And the Stevenage bit. Okay. They're nipping in there and sharing, obviously. Thank you very much for speaking up. Like I said, Gina. Thank you. So you understand the Stevenage connection there, and also with Billy. Billy. All right. And that should be in the family there. Yes. Thank you. You do understand this, lady? Is there anything else you understood that I said? Just those. Then please do take those. All right. Thank you. I've got the Monopoly out now, not literally, you'd be pleased to hear, because we could be here some time then, couldn't we? But I have memories of playing the Monopoly. You get that. And but I feel there was a bit of cheating going on, or quite a bit of cheating going on actually, especially with the money. Don't know who was in charge of the money here, but yeah, okay. I do feel, my lovely, that there's been an incredible amount of like responsibility put on you, especially over a long period of time, over the years, where you've been made to feel things are your fault. It's like your responsibility. Does that make sense? And I just want to say, get rid of all that, because you know darn well it's not yours. It's what's been put on you. So don't own it. Don't own it. But it's took its toll on you. It has. And I'm aware of you having suffered with anxiety and depression because of it. You know, there has been very low moments. And it's not your doing. It's not your stuff. And even this lady, who I want to call Auntie, all right, she wants to help shed that. Because, again, she's taking on responsibility for that. You understand? Her, the family, all right? So it's a big hands up. Okay, we're here, we're going to help. Again, like with the gentleman here, let's start healing. You have already. I feel that's what's brought you into this circle, if I can say that. And they're so pleased you did. And so are you. And it's been your saving grace. It really has. This has been a huge light in the darkness for you. And no way are you budging. And they wouldn't want you to. So well done you. All right. But you have doors to open for you. And again, I want to talk about healing. Whether you have started on the road of healing, not just for yourself, but learning about it. This is what they want for you. Yes. And you will understand more. You're learning lots. Continue. All right? Because you are a beautiful soul. Everything else is not your truth. You understand? Okay. So God bless. Thank you very much. Thank you. I feel I'm with the lady here, and all I'm being shown at the moment is a bucket and spade. All right. Now, I feel like if I can take you back when you were young, and it's as if, well, I want a bucket and spade, but I didn't get one. Okay? Does that make sense for you? Yes. Don't want to bring up bad memories for you. Spirit of just acknowledging. All right? Again, the difficulties you had as a child. And I want to be able to bring forward the love of Spirit for you to help heal you. I'm being told that you have always just been there as it's almost like a conduit for other people, for people to use you as they see fit. Does that make sense for you? Here, again, I'm feeling it in this wonderful sanctuary, that this is your home. You get that, don't you? And Spirit and this family is your family, yes. And this is where you have felt loved, wanted, and up until then you've never felt that. That's correct, isn't it? So I can feel here from Spirit side a great deal of love and healing. Now, I know you have family there, but with you, it's like, I don't want to know you. You understand that? I don't want to hear it. There's a rejection. There's a rejection. But you understand a rejection because of the hurt and the pain. Yes? And they acknowledge that. And again, they're taking on the responsibility for what they did. And what they didn't even do. They didn't help you. You understand? They knew what was going on and they didn't help you. So please, let them take on the responsibility. Let them help to heal you. You know who they are. They don't need to acknowledge who they are to you. But they're here together, jointly, to let you know how sorry they are. Okay. Would you have a connection, please, to Marie Curie? Marie Curie. They're just bringing up cancer awareness. All right? And I feel, again, where there's a lot of healing being given to you, but also you know someone who has had cancer and treatment. All right? So they're aware of this and they thank you for the thoughts and being there for them. All right? And they are so glad. They're so proud, actually, that you haven't allowed what happened to you turn you the other way. Do you understand that? I'm feeling quite emotional now because they're just impressing all that emotion on me. Okay. Would you have visited a grave recently, please? Yeah, because there's an acknowledgement of that. And thank you. All right. And you must have cleaned it as well. You cleaned it up. So thank you. Right. Don't stop being who you are. Please. You don't need to change. You've never had to change. Just be you. And I'll say, God bless. Thank you. Would you understand a little dog, please, that wants to be remembered to you, that's just ran over to you, please? A tiny little dog. Tiny little dog. It knows you because it's running up to you. No, but someone from the spirit world. Yes? Because the dogs come bounding up because they recognise you, you see. And I think this little dog would always run off. Again, it's run off again. But I feel that it was very fond of you, you see. You remember this dog. Good, good. There is a gentleman that I'm aware of, but also a lady. And it feels to me like they're always behind, well behind this dog, because the dog would just run off. It would have free rein, you see. They wouldn't take it on a lead. So we must be nicely in the country here where it can just run free, you see. Okay. Oh. Would you understand hospital, please? Either working in a hospital, having had some issues in the hospital, because I'm being shown paperwork where there was either something not right. So there was an issue in the hospital that had to be dealt with. Not the issue wasn't with you, it was with somebody else who's in spirit. And you should know that they had to, it was more than a complaint. It was more than a complaint. There was a wrong diagnosis or something like this. You should remember that. But if you can't, then am I with somebody else? But it does feel with you. You could take that. Okay, sorry. So, because you should understand something like that, shouldn't you? A misdiagnosis, that's what I wanted. And the person's in the spirit world now. All right. And I do feel that there was some legality over this, you see, and it had to be investigated. Yes, you're aware of that. Good. Thank you very much. You've got the love of the dog there. Okay, good companion. At the moment, I'm not sure if they're male or female, because I'm aware of two people coming together, you see. And it kind of feels like, can I say mum and dad, please? Mum, okay. Would you understand where she's talking about dad, though? Because I don't want you to be without dad. I want dad. Yes. Okay, I don't want you to be without dad. That's what she's saying. I want you to be with dad. Yes? Okay. All right, that's lovely. And she puts herself around you both, please. And I know that he he went downhill afterwards, after she passed. He was, okay. And you had to be there for him. You understand that? Okay. Your mum never really cared about things like compensation or money or anything like that. It didn't matter to her. She was never like that. All she ever wanted was the love of her family, and that's what she had. And so very proud of her family too, you know. She's showing me these like pansies. Okay, loads of them. All right, would you understand where all these pansies are? In the garden, please, because that gave her lots of joy, didn't it? Yes. All right, so the money was spent on them, but she was very frugal with money. She was very careful. She wouldn't waste it. And I feel that she is coming here and saying that you have taken after her. You're very much the same. You are. Okay, and a lovely young lady there. All right, there's so much love going to you at this time, and she wants to bring you chocolates. Bring you chocolates, okay. And yes, and wasn't Mother's Day lovely? She's saying, wasn't Mother's Day lovely? And yes, I was there, and thank you so much. Because she's showing me the daffodils, all right, by a photograph. You understand that, please? Okay. And here we have a teddy that she's showing me. Is this for your daughter, please? Yes, a special teddy, because I feel that you like teddies. You like different animals as well, furry ones, you know, toy ones. So she's bringing all this around you at this moment in time and saying you're just the best girl. Yeah. And thank you for being the best girl. And she loves you dearly. Yeah. Yes. Cinderella. Yeah. Cinderella. That should mean something to you. Yes. You're her Cinderella. Okay, my lovely. And you're a real poppet. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay. So Mum's fine in the spirit world. Around you, of course, looking out for Dad. Would Dad have had falls lately, please? You understand a fall?
If he has, he hasn't fallen.
Okay. Right, because I'm aware of wobbles, and so just be aware of that, please. Okay. But he still thinks he's 21. He does. And he doesn't realise his body's not 21. So he just needs to slow down a little bit, she's telling me. So I will leave her love with you, and thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much, friends.
Gina, everyone!
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Have the mic.
I'm going to nick that back off you now. It's a bit heavy, that one. Nice and solid, though. Well, I think we can all agree that there wasn't a dry eye in the house and the evidence was stunning. Friends, give a big Littleport thank you. Gina! It's not often that my secrets come out on the platform. And that's all I'm saying. Friends, thank you for being part of tonight. A wonderful, wonderful demonstration of mediumship. We are truly, truly grateful. Mother, do not let her leave without getting another booking. Excellent. She's got the book ready. So, friends, this doesn't happen very often either. I'm a little bit lost for words. I don't know what to say or where. So I think I'm just going to say, let's move swiftly on to the closing prayer, shall we? Let's join together, friends. As we come together and say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to join together as friends to witness your proof and your truth that life is indeed eternal. We have gathered here tonight in your name and in memory and remembrance and love of those that have gone before us, that we thought we had lost, but have seen tonight. They are still with us always. Let us remember that message of hope, of upliftment and encouragement, and take it with us every day in each moment that we live. And when in times of difficulty, Great Spirit, as ever, we ask that you do not move the mountain. Just give us the strength to climb. Until we meet again in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Well, wow, what a night. Thank you all for coming tonight, and thank you for being part of this. Gina, thank you for an absolutely stunning demonstration. That was amazing. Thank you. And we will be getting you back, and I'll be telling everybody when. I'll tell you all when it's going to be soon. But no, really, big final Littleport thank you. Gina! And of course, I would be getting in trouble if I didn't show everybody what Bully's special prize is going to be. Because everyone likes to screen grab them and have their own collection, you see. So I have to come up here and go, everybody peeps, this is tonight's Bully's special prize. Print screen now or lose it forever, or just go back on the replay and pause. Somebody in the hall tonight will win this encaustic art by Hannah, which as always has been donated by, funnily enough, Hannah. And that will be part of Bully's special prize corner in just a few minutes. But I really do want to thank you all for your continued support. We're going to say goodnight to everyone who's watching us online now while we have the raffle. But once again, everyone at home, thank you for being part of this service. Thank you for joining us as always. Your support is always truly appreciated. So from everyone here at Littleport, thank you. Yes, see, I get in trouble. Keep me in check. So next week, our medium is Alan Albiston. And that's a first. He's not been with us before, has he? I don't believe so. I think we talked about it and then world went nutty. But yes, so it's nice to get back on track. And I'm looking forward to meeting Alan because I've been following him. I've been an online stalker for years. So next week, Alan Albiston, if you can be here, be here. If not, join us online. But from all of us here in Littleport, after 3, 1, 2, 3, good night, and God bless you all. And Maestro, hit that magic button.